What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be checking out some hardpoint gameplay on Moscow using the RPD. This gun is just way too saucy. I made a video about it a little while ago. Well, not a video specifically about it, but I did mention it in the beginning of the video. Just saying how good this weapon is and how underused it actually is at the moment in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Not too many people take advantage of LMGs in this video game. You know, usually people typically go to the ARs or SMGs in Call of Duty titles, but let me tell you guys something. LMGs in this game are very special. They're overpowered, good damage. You just gotta play pretty smart with them, you know what I'm saying? If you're playing OBJ, just watch how I play in this game mode. You can play OBJ, you can hold stuff down, and still get tons of kills while you're doing it. Also, I'd like to mention that this gameplay is not reverse boosted. I know tons of people, for some strange reason, always want to come at me saying that I constantly reverse boost when it comes to Call of Duty video games after the fact that I make a video specifically about reverse boosting. Just let me tell you this really quickly. When I make a video about reverse boosting, that's when I reverse boost. I always play legit every single game I play, unless I'm doing something for content. And I did something for content. I got the reverse boost gameplay. I told you guys in the gameplay it was reverse boosted. I wasn't doing it anymore. It doesn't feel good. I told you guys specifically, you know, reverse boosting every single game, versing bots every single game, just simply not fun. You know, I want some competition every once in a while. It's just when I'm tired and I'm not feeling energetic, I just simply cannot sweat and I want more casual lobbies. That was the whole point of the video, okay? But this is legit gameplay, straight sauce. But I will be honest with you, it's kind of sad to see that tons of these content creators have to reverse boost to get their gameplays. People like all these top tier live gameplay channels are struggling, and they're having a lot of trouble trying to get gameplay in these current Call of Duty games just simply because you just can't find any casual lobbies. I can't blame them at certain times because their livelihood depends on getting clips in this video game. And back in the beginning of COD, I could completely relate with them. You wouldn't have to reverse boost back in the day because at least every once in a while you would get that casual lobby. So if you just grinded long enough, you would find something decent that's gameplay worthy for YouTube. But nowadays, as they continuously turn the skill-based matchmaking up in Call of Duty video games, and also I guess as the player base just simply gets better in Call of Duty video games, these gameplays are really hard to come across. Let's be honest here, it's nearly impossible. You could probably play this game for 5-6 hours straight and you probably would still not get a single, you know, YouTube-worthy gameplay. You will probably get something like this where I get some of my streaks, you know, I pop off a little bit. But these insane nuclears, you know, like 3 nuclears a game and stuff like that, you need some casual lobbies in order to obtain that. And the fact that skill-based matchmaking has gotten to this point is disgusting to me, because to be honest with you, it wasn't even like that like 3-4 years ago. I mean, Black Ops 4 was really not that bad when it came to skill-based matchmaking. Yes, I had some issues with it, but the only issues I had with skill-based matchmaking in Black Ops 4 was the fact that it wouldn't give me any decent teammates. I was always playing with bots. And in World War II, I didn't feel any skill-based matchmaking either. I didn't really play the game until after the overhaul when I repurchased it on my PC. But at the same time, I did play it a little bit early on the PS4 because I did pre-order on the PlayStation 4. And I played with a lot of sweats. I mean, I used to be in a clan where the minimum KD was a 3.0, and to be honest with you guys, that was the minimum. There was tons of people there with like 5-6 KDs who played COD all the time. And I didn't really care for World War II that much. I didn't play it, but when I hopped on, I would squad up with these people because it was like a guaranteed, you know, positive games. You'll probably win. You'll probably get a decent KD and stuff like that because they're all really, you know, they're pub stompers and stuff like that. And I would squad up with these people, and just trust me, playing with people like this, you are going to get competition. I mean, if you're playing with a full, you know, 4 or 5 man party of like 3 to 5 KD players, you're going to be sweating with matchmaking. But even with those many sweats, we found casual lobbies. We would sweat it out, but at the end of the day, we still found casual lobbies to relax in. It wasn't a sweat fest every single game. But once we got over to Modern Warfare, and everybody, trust me, everybody at that point was sick of loot boxes. And keep in mind, loot boxes were in Call of Duty for a very long time, especially the Call of Duties where skill-based matchmaking wasn't very thick. And we move on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, where both these games, they completely stripped loot boxes out of the game. And initially, they never wanted to do this. You know, Activision would have never taken loot boxes out of the game if the community didn't keep fighting to remove them and get them out so we never had to see them again. So at a certain point, Activision finally did cave in. They removed them from the game. But what if in replace to loot boxes being removed from the game, they put in very thick skill-based matchmaking with their new seasonal concept? And you might say, JB, you know, this is all great and all, but loot boxes did not make as much money as this seasonal system that they have right here. The Battle Pass and all this new content that they have coming in is making them way more money than loot boxes ever has. But they didn't know this at the time, this didn't happen. Modern Warfare was the very first game they removed loot boxes, and they didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know if this Battle Pass was going to be a success. They didn't know if people were going to buy it up. They didn't know if, hundreds of thousands of people were going to pour all of their money into this whole system. They didn't know the outcome. So at the time, they had a pretty comfy gig here. They had a system where they locked tons of overpowered weapons behind loot boxes, where tons of the top tier content creators would drop thousands and thousands of dollars to go ahead and unlock a bunch of these items, then go and make YouTube content about the items to persuade other people to get these weapons, and then when they try to get them over and over and over again from their hard-earned, actual loot crates that they unlocked by playing the video game and they just simply aren't getting it, then they'll be persuaded to go ahead and cough up hundreds of dollars into the system so they can finally get the very overpowered weapon that's stomping out people all the time. It was a constant cycle, but because there was little skill-based matchmaking, a lot of the pub stompers still played this video game, and a lot of the pub stompers were the problem to why this loot box system got so much money because, like I said, they were enjoying the game, so they invested money into the game. And to be honest with you, this really wasn't a casual-friendly type of, experience here. Because a lot of the casuals could care less about getting those new weapons through all of that waiting and grinding. A casual player wants to grind the game. They want to play it. And to be honest with you, it's almost impossible to just simply only grind the video game and unlock all the guns from the loot crates. It's a really hard task to do without spending money on the system. Activision didn't mind the casuals at the moment, because sweats were the ones giving them all the money, and the sweats were passing it on to all the other people and all the other viewers, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. They were passing it on to all these other people to go and spend their money on the system. So Activision was making a pretty penny. But when they finally switched over to this more casual styled system, they had to protect the noobs somehow, because this system is going to be a lot more enjoyable for a casual player. You can even see that that's what it's revolved around. You have free weapons, you have free content everywhere, and of course, that's great for everybody, don't get me wrong. I love it. Like, as a personal sweat myself, I love the fact of having free maps and free DLC. It doesn't split the player base. I love the fact that we get free weapons, because then there's no more, pay-to-win cheese in Call of Duty titles. So don't get me wrong, the sweats love the system. But I think Activision is finally seeing how large their casual community actually is when it comes to this video game. Hence the reason why they really thickened up the skill-based matchmaking in this title. Because they know they have something good going on here. Seriously, do you know how much money Call of Duty is bringing in right now when it comes to this new free content model? They're making billions of dollars off of each and every one of these Call of Duty games, just simply because of free content. And Black Ops Cold War is still probably following the same exact path. Don't get me wrong, guys. Please do not buy the Season 1 Battle Pass. I already made a video about this to try to revolt back a little bit, even if it doesn't do anything. The fact that we still tried something and we still put forth effort shows enough to the community. So if you really want to make a change with skill-based matchmaking, do not buy Season 1, or at least wait like 2 weeks or so their initial, actual income is a little bit lower than usual. But even if all the content creators still got together like this right now and said don't buy Season 1, there are a ton of casual people out there who will buy that. Unlike the loot boxes. The loot boxes were a thing on the side. It wasn't part of the progression of the video game. You got an option to go gamble for new weapons and stuff like that, but it wasn't mandatory. With a new season pass system, you get rewarded for simply playing the game. You get the free weapons by just playing, and that's more casual friendly. You don't have to cough up hundreds of dollars to get a weapon to go sweat with. No, a lot of these casuals don't even care about sweating, so they don't care about coughing up all that money for a weapon. That's not really that important to them. And don't get me wrong, casuals still love these weapons. They love using the new guns. But they're not like sweats where they're going to cough up hundreds of dollars to use these weapons before they get nerfed into dirt. These casuals don't care if they get nerfed. They just want to try something new in the video game. So this new free content model is perfect for casuals. You still get to play with the new weapons over time, of course, and you're not going to get it right away unless you cough up money. But at the same time, you can get it for free. You're not forced to cough up money or gamble with loot boxes. You will guaranteed get the new weapons in the Battle Pass. But then off of that, you get cosmetics throughout the whole Battle Pass, which encourages people to spend that money. You're getting free maps and free weapons. So these casuals are thinking, I'm getting so much free stuff, when in reality, don't be tricked by this, you're not. They're literally holding back so much content out of this game, and then they're dishing it out later on through content drops, acting like it's new content, when in reality, they just took like 50% of the game away, and they're slowly giving it back to us. It's the most rip-off system in the universe. But casuals don't know this. They think that they're getting tons of stuff for free, and because they're getting stuff for free, they're going to cough up money into the Battle Pass system, which is just simply going to make Activision billions billions of dollars. So Activision is trying to protect these casuals. They're trying to make sure that they continuously get all of their money because they are a massive portion of the Call of Duty community, and Activision hit an absolute gold mine when it comes to this free content drop system. But guys, that's just my opinion. I personally just think that skill-based matchmaking was tuned up because loot boxes were removed from the game. And since they were removed, they had to come up with a new system, and this free content system is doing amazing. The casuals love it, but they got to make sure the casuals stay in the game or they won't get their money from this free content system. So of course, they're going to make sure that skill-based matchmaking is tuned all the way up so casuals will never in a million years be put with any type of sweat in the Call of Duty franchise. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, and by all means, if you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, you want to catch me live streams on video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.